Welcome, everyone. This video is not just about learning English. It's about changing the way you speak. Forever. You already know some English you can write, you can read, you even understand what people say. But the real question is this. When you speak, do people listen? Do they respect your voice? Do they stop scrolling? Do they feel something in their heart? Or do they ignore you? Let me tell you something very honestly. If you can't speak with presence, you can lose opportunities. Even if your English is perfect, because people don't just listen to words. They listen to your energy. They listen to your emotion. They listen to your confidence. So today, I will give you 10 steps to speak so powerfully that people stop, focus, feel, and respect your words. Even if your English is simple, even if you're shy, even if you've never spoken fluently before. Because listen carefully. Powerful English is not about grammar, it's about presence, it's about rhythm, it's about identity, and that's exactly what you will learn in this video. No boring lessons, no useless theory, only real, powerful, practical systems that work. For anyone, anywhere, in the world. This is not just an English lesson. This is your English fluency transformation session. This video is also your English listening practice. So listen carefully, repeat when you need to, and take your time to absorb every step. And before we begin, if you truly want to speak English that people listen to, then hit that subscribe button. Because this channel is where English meets confidence, where fluency meets leadership, where your voice begins to rise. Let's begin. Step 1. The power of silence. Let's begin with something you never learned in school, something no textbook told you. The most powerful speakers in the world, whether they speak English, Spanish, Japanese, French, they all use this one tool. Silence. Yes, silence. Fluency is not about how fast you speak. It's about how well you control your voice and your silence. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine a leader walks into a room. They don't start speaking immediately. They pause. They look around. They hold the room with their energy. That pause, that moment of silence, makes people focus. It makes them listen. It creates tension, curiosity, and power. Now think about the opposite. Have you ever met someone who speaks like this? Hi, I'm here. I just wanted to say something because I think we should maybe try. Too fast. No pause. No clarity. You feel tired just listening to them. Right? That's because they never give your brain a moment to catch up. They rush. They panic. They speak to escape silence. But the best speakers? They speak to control silence. So what should you do to use the power of silence? Here's what you train. Breathe before you speak. Don't rush. Before your first word, take a calm breath. Feel your chest expand. Feel your body settle. Then speak. This one breath will slow down your mind and make your voice calm. Imagine saying, I'd like to share something important. Pause. Please listen carefully. Pause. Pause between sentences. Most beginner speakers go like this. I went to the market and I bought apples and then I saw my friend and then we went to eat. It's like running a race with no shoes. Instead, say, I went to the market. Pause. I bought some apples. Pause. I saw my friend. Pause. We went to eat. Pause. It's the same sentence, but it sounds like a person who has control. It sounds like a person who speaks with clarity, not chaos. Pause after emotional words. Words like, I was scared. Pause. But I still did it. Pause. And that changed everything. Pause. When you pause after emotion, your audience feels that emotion. Because in that moment of silence, Your words enter their heart. English fluency. Tip: silence is not empty. Silence is a tool. Use it to build drama, add emphasis, slow the listener's brain, sound more confident. Give weight to your English. Most beginner speakers think, if I pause, people will think I forgot. But the truth is, if you pause, people think you're in control. You don't need big grammar. You need the courage to pause. Stand in front of a mirror. Speak the following lines and pause after each one. I have something to say. Pause. Please listen carefully. Pause. Because this matters to me. Pause. And it might change your life. Pause. Do this 5 times a day, slowly, with emotion. Let the silence carry your power. Think of famous speakers like Barack Obama. He speaks slowly. He uses silence as a weapon. He lets every sentence land. He doesn't rush to fill the air. He owns it. You can do the same. Even if your English is basic, even if you only use 50 words, silence can multiply your power. Silence is your first weapon. Pause before you speak. Pause between sentences. Pause after emotion. Don't be afraid of silence. Practice daily with mirror speaking. Control silence equals control fluency. If you speak too fast, people hear words. But if you pause, people hear meaning. If you master silence, even simple English will sound deep and your voice will become unforgettable. Step 2. The voice of authority. You can speak perfect English. You can use big words. But if your voice sounds weak, people will not listen. And at the same time, you can speak simple, basic English. But if your voice is calm, deep, and clear, people will listen to every word. Why most learners fail? Most English learners make the same mistake. They speak too softly. They speak too fast. They speak like they're not sure of their own words. They use phrases like, I think maybe, sorry, but I just want to say, can I speak something, maybe? This shows low confidence, even if the grammar is perfect. So people ignore them. Because if you don't believe your own words, why should anyone else? What is the voice of authority? The voice of authority means your voice is calm. Your voice is slow. Your voice has emotion. Your voice sounds sure of itself. It's the voice that says, I know what I'm saying, and I believe it. Even if it's just 5 words, even if your grammar is basic, this kind of voice makes people stop, look, and listen. Let's compare. Weak voice. I think we can maybe try this, if you agree. Powerful voice. Let's try this. I believe it's the right way. Both sentences are simple, but one sounds like a leader. The other sounds like a follower. If you want to speak English that gets respect, you must learn to speak with belief. How to build the voice of authority? Speak slowly, and then slower. Fluency is not speed. Power lives in slowness. When you speak fast, people hear noise. When you speak slowly, people hear meaning. Beginner mistake. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. I wanted to talk about something. Better. Hi, how are you? Pause. I'm fine. Pause. I wanted to talk about something important. Train yourself to slow down. It feels strange at first, but it makes your voice sound serious and strong. Add emotional weight to your words. Don't say it like a machine. Say it like a human. Don't say, this is a good idea. Say, this is a good idea. Use tone and feeling. Don't say, I believe in myself. Say, I believe in myself. Stretch the emotional word. Practice emotional delivery with phrases like, this matters. I care. I feel strong today. This is the truth. Each word should sound like it comes from your heart, not your textbook. Drop all weak words from your speaking. Remove phrases like, I think maybe. Just a suggestion. If it's okay, can I say? These are permission-seeking phrases. They tell the world you are unsure. They make your voice small. Instead, use strong openers like, here's what I believe. Let's try this. This is my idea. I agree. And here's why. I disagree, respectfully. Even in beginner English, these phrases sound bold. Lower your voice slightly. Most people raise their pitch when they're nervous. I wanted to say something? Sounds unsure. Instead, try lowering your voice slightly. I wanted to say something. Calm, grounded. Practice saying, this is important. Let's talk. That doesn't feel right to me. Speak from your chest, not your nose. Feel the vibration inside your chest. That's where power comes from. Say these lines out loud slowly. I have something important to say. Pause. I believe in my voice. Pause. I'm learning to speak with power. Pause. My English is simple, but my message is strong. Pause. Repeat these 5 times. In front of a mirror, feel the words. Don't just speak them, own them. Let's say you're in a meeting. You want to say, I don't agree. Most learners say, I think, maybe that's not right. Try this instead. I understand your point. Pause. But I respectfully disagree. Pause. Here's my perspective. Now your words sound clear, bold, fluent, even with simple English. That's the voice of authority. So, slow down your speed, add emotion and energy, remove weak words, lower your tone slightly. Speak like you believe your own words. Train with real-life examples. Repeat your power phrases daily. Don't speak English to sound smart. Speak English to sound sure. Because people don't listen to your grammar. They listen to your confidence. And confidence is not perfect English. It's a strong voice behind simple words. The moment you change your voice, you change the way the world listens to you. Step 3. Use short, powerful sentences. Let me tell you something most English learners never hear. Powerful English is short. Not long, not complex, not fancy. Just short, and clear, and bold. Because real fluency is not about sounding smart. It's about sounding strong. If your sentence is too long, if your words are too many, if your grammar is too complicated, then people stop listening. They get tired, they get confused, they disconnect. But when you use short sentences, you sound confident, you sound focused, you sound like you know exactly what you're saying. That's what people listen to. Here's what most learners think fluency means. If I want to sound fluent, I must speak long sentences. I must use big words. I must use advanced grammar like native speakers. So they say things like, according to my personal observation regarding the current circumstances, I truly believe it may be possible to explore additional solutions if time permits. And guess what? It sounds forced. It sounds memorized. It sounds like you're trying too hard. Now compare that to, I have an idea. Let's try something different. I believe this will help. We can fix this. Which version do you feel more connected to? The short one. Because it's real. It's clean. It's direct. It's confident. Think about your favorite public speakers, actors, or TED Talkers. They don't use complex language. They use strong, short sentences that feel like a punch in the chest. Examples. I believe in this. Let's do it. You matter. This is wrong. We need change. That's enough. Let's move forward. I hear you. I understand. Let's begin. These are simple English sentences. But spoken in the right way, they have unbelievable emotional power. This is what you must learn. Let's break it down into 5 powerful parts. Think in short ideas. Fluent speakers don't think in long paragraphs. They think in short ideas. Instead of, I went to the market to buy some fruits and vegetables because I needed to prepare lunch, and then I met my friend. Break it into, I went to the market. I bought fruits and vegetables. I wanted to cook lunch. I saw my friend. This sounds clean, confident, fluent. Each line is one idea, one punch, one clear message. Train your mind to think like this. Cut out extra words. Bad. Actually, maybe I was just kind of thinking that possibly it might be a good idea to, maybe, try this. Good. Let's try this. Bad. I don't really know, but I guess I was sort of thinking that we could possibly look into. Good. We could look into it. All those extra words are like weeds in a garden. They take away the power from your sentence. Your job as a speaker? Cut them. Clean them. Make your message sharp. End your sentences early. With power. Most learners don't know when to stop. They keep talking. They keep adding. They keep explaining. And then, they lose the listener. Here's a secret. The faster you finish your sentence, the stronger it becomes. Bad. So I was just kind of wondering if maybe you'd like to go out for a coffee or something if you're not too busy. Good. Would you like to grab coffee? Bad. I just wanted to talk to you about something I was thinking about because I really care and I hope it's okay. Good. Can we talk? I care. It's important. End strong. End early. End with clarity. Practice micro-sentences for daily life. Here are short, powerful sentences you can practice every day. For agreement. Yes, I agree. You're right. Exactly. For disagreement. I disagree. Let's try something else. Here's another idea. To give opinion. I think this is better. I believe this will help. This is my choice. To express emotion. I feel nervous. I'm excited. This makes me happy. That hurts. These are not beginner sentences. They are leader sentences because they're honest, clean, and real. Practice them daily. Use 3 to 4 word power combinations. Let me give you some power combinations you can memorize and use anytime. Let's do it. I'm with you. This feels right. I don't know. That's not fair. Time to move. I need help. I'm listening. I trust you. It's my turn. Each of these takes less than 2 seconds to say, but they hold emotional weight. Use them. Feel them. Speak them. They'll make your English feel natural, emotional, and impactful. Stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself and say these out loud with emotion, slowly. I speak clearly. My English is simple, but strong. I don't need big words. I need real words. I speak in short ideas. I sound like I mean every word. Repeat them 10 times. Feel the power of short speaking. Let your voice learn the art of simplicity. Let's say someone asks you, "Hey, what do you think about the project?" You could say, "Well, I think maybe it's good, but also kind of, I don't know, like maybe we could change a few things or not." Or you could say, I like it, but I think it needs a few changes. Let's fix it." Short, clear, fluent, confident. This is how powerful English sounds, not because it's advanced, but because it's clean. Simple, strong. Use short, powerful sentences. Don't try to sound smart. Try to sound clear. Break your thoughts into short ideas. Remove extra words. End your sentence early, not late. Practice real-life, powerful phrases. Say less, but say it with belief. Use emotional tone to give your words weight. People don't listen to long speeches. They listen to short sentences that feel like truth. If you want people to listen, remember this. You don't need better grammar, you need better sentences. Simple, short, strong. That's the secret to fluency. That's the secret to confidence. That's the secret to speaking English that people never forget. Step 4. Eye contact plus body language. When you speak English, people don't just hear your words. They watch your face. They look at your hands. They read your body. And if your body language is nervous, your words lose their power, even if your English is perfect. But if your body language is calm, open, confident, people feel your words, even if your English is simple. That's why you must learn this. Fluent English doesn't just come from your mouth. It comes from your entire body. And now, we're going to train that body to speak confidence, clarity, and power. Why most English learners struggle. Most beginners focus only on grammar, vocabulary, and accent, but they forget their body. So they look down while speaking, keep hands in pockets or hidden, fidget with clothes or phone, cross arms in fear, move too much or too little, look scared or unsure, smile too much or not at all. Avoid eye contact completely. This makes them look unconfident, awkward, and weak, even when their words are good. And when you look weak, people stop listening. What strong speakers do instead, great speakers, even in English, use their body to send a message. Their shoulders are relaxed. Their eyes are steady and warm. Their head is up. Their hands move with purpose. Their feet are still and strong. Their voice and body match each other. They don't speak with fear. They speak with presence. Even before saying a word, their body says, I'm here, I belong, and I believe in what I'm saying. You can learn this too. Let's break it down. Step by step. Eye contact, the heart of connection. Your eyes are your power. When you speak, look into the eyes of the person you're talking to. If you're speaking on camera, look into the camera lens. If you're in a room, look at one person at a time, then slowly shift. Why? Because eye contact does 3 things. 1, builds trust. 2, shows confidence. 3, creates emotional connection. Speak in front of a mirror. Look directly into your own eyes. Practice 5 to 10 English sentences every day while keeping steady eye contact. Don't look up, down, or sideways. Stay focused, calm, confident. Here are practice lines. I believe in my voice. I have something important to say. I'm ready to speak English and be heard. Say these slowly with emotion while looking directly at yourself. This rewires your confidence. Shoulders open, chest forward, not closed. The way you hold your shoulders can change how people feel your words. If your shoulders are tight, raised, or closed, it sends the signal. I'm scared, I'm not ready, I'm small. But if your shoulders are down, open, and relaxed, it tells people, I'm calm, I'm present, I'm in control. Beginner mistake. Shoulders move too much. Shoulders come forward in fear. Head goes down. Train. This, roll your shoulders back. Open your chest slightly. Keep your head up. Speak slowly with deep breath. Let your body feel strong, not tight. Speak like this every day. Your English will start sounding more fluent automatically. Use your hands, but with control. Hand movement is not decoration. It's a language. Strong speakers use their hands to emphasize a point, show clarity, create rhythm, add energy, help the audience remember. But beginners either hide their hands, move their hands too much, touch their face constantly, fidget or play with clothes. This sends the wrong message. Train. This. Keep your hands at your side when not speaking. Use them slowly and purposefully when making a point. Example gestures. Open palms equals honesty. One hand forward equals emphasis. Hands close to heart equals emotion. Practice speaking with phrases like, "This is important." Move hand forward. "I feel this." Hand on heart. "We can change." Open palm to audience. Stand in front of a mirror. Watch your hands. Don't let them fly around like birds. Control your hands equals control your fluency. Stand still. Don't dance when you speak. Movement is good, but too much equals distraction. Many beginners move their feet constantly. Shift side to side, rock back and forth, tap the floor nervously. It makes them look nervous and uncertain. Powerful speakers? They stand like a tree, feet grounded, body still, voice strong. Train. This, when you speak, keep your feet still. Imagine roots growing into the ground. Move only when it supports your message. Example. Want to change topic? Take one step. Want to add energy? Move one hand. Otherwise, stay grounded. Stillness equals power. Facial expressions. Speak with your face. To your face must match your message. Saying, "I'm happy" with a sad face equals confusion. Saying, "I care" with a blank face equals no impact. Train your face to reflect your emotions, especially when you speak English. Here's how. Smile gently when saying something positive. Show concern when talking about problems. Let your eyebrows rise when surprised. Nod slowly to show agreement. Look in the mirror and say, "This means a lot to me." Soft eyes, open face. "That hurt me." Serious, slow voice. "I'm excited to try." Slight smile, energy in face. Practice this daily. Your face is your second language. Every day, do this in front of a mirror or camera. Stand tall. Roll your shoulders back. Put your feet flat and still. Look into your own eyes. Say 5 simple English sentences with full control of your voice, eyes, hands, and body. Practice sentences. My English is growing every day. I speak with confidence and care. People hear my words and feel them. I'm not afraid to be seen. I use my whole body to speak English powerfully. Do this every day and watch your fluency explode. Imagine, you walk into an interview. You sit down. You say, "Thank you for your time. I'm excited to be here. Let me tell you about myself." Now imagine saying that while looking down, hiding your hands, speaking too fast, shoulders tight, no expression. Even if your grammar is 100% correct, you will be ignored. But say the same lines while sitting straight, looking into their eyes, speaking slowly, using calm hands, smiling slightly, even with basic English. You will be remembered. That's the difference body language makes. Step 5. Tell stories, not just sentences. Sentences are forgettable, but stories are unforgettable. Sentences are logic. Stories are emotion. Sentences go to the brain. Stories go to the heart. If you want to speak English that moves people, don't just give information, give transformation, and that happens through story. Here's what most English learners do. They memorize vocabulary. They practice grammar. They build long lists of phrases. And then they speak like this. Yesterday, I went to the market, I bought milk. I came home, I studied English, I was tired. Yes, the grammar is correct. But where is the emotion? Where is the picture? Where is the connection? It's flat robotic, and nobody remembers it. Now let's say the same idea with storytelling. Yesterday, I went to the market. It was raining. I forgot my umbrella. I ran inside, completely wet, bought milk. Then I came home, changed my clothes, and made some tea. I opened my notebook. I studied English for 2 hours and smiled because I knew I was growing. See the difference? Same topic, daily life, same vocabulary, beginner level. But now it's a story. Now the listener cares. That's what we must teach them. You don't need advanced English to tell a story. You only need 3 things. Emotion. Every good story has feeling. Ask yourself, what did you feel in that moment? Were you scared, excited, nervous, happy, embarrassed, grateful? And then say it. Examples. I was nervous. I felt proud. I didn't know what to do. I almost cried. One emotion can change your whole story, moments. Fluency isn't about listing events. It's about bringing moments to life. Don't just say, talk to my teacher. Say, I walked into her office. My hands were shaking. I took a deep breath. And I said, I need help. That's a moment. It's real, visual, emotional. And it doesn't need fancy English. Just honesty, just presence. Details. Details are small, but they build connection. Say, I was wearing my blue hoodie. The coffee smelled amazing. I could hear my heart beating. I looked at my phone. Still no message. These tiny details make your story human, and that's what English learners must understand. It's not about impressing people. It's about making them feel something. Use the I felt then, now formula. It works for any story, and it's easy to learn. I felt emotion. Start your story with a feeling. Examples. I felt scared. I felt excited. I was confused. I felt alone. I was so happy. This opens the heart. Then, what happened? Now tell the moment. Examples. Then I walked into the classroom. Then my friend called me. Then I made a mistake in front of everyone. Then the teacher smiled. Then I realized something important. This is the action of your story. Use short, simple sentences. Now, what you learned or feel today. End with reflection. Examples. Now I laugh when I remember it. Now I feel stronger. Now I'm not afraid to speak. Now I understand why that moment changed me. This gives your story meaning. It's not just a memory. It's a lesson. That's what makes people listen. That's what makes you sound fluent, not just in language, but in life. Let's create one together. 2 years ago, I was afraid to speak. In school, I stayed silent. I knew some English, but I was scared to say it out loud. Then one day, the teacher called my name. I stood up. My heart was beating fast. Everyone was watching. I took a deep breath, and I said, "Good morning, everyone. I want to try today." The room was silent. Then, they clapped. I sat down. I smiled. I didn't speak perfectly, but I spoke with courage. And now, I'm not afraid to speak English anymore. I still make mistakes, but I never stay silent. This is storytelling. The grammar is simple. The vocabulary is easy, but the feeling is strong. That's what makes English unforgettable. Here's how to train storytelling fluency. Every day, answer one question in story form. What made you smile today? What was your most embarrassing moment? When did you try something scary? What's a memory you'll never forget? When did you feel proud of yourself? Use this format. I felt, then, now. Like, I felt embarrassed. Then I forgot my lines during the school play. But now I laugh when I remember it, because I know I was brave to even try. Practice one small story per day. Say it out loud. Record yourself. Repeat. This will not only improve your spoken English, it will improve your spoken soul. If you're doing YouTube videos, job interviews, making friends abroad, speaking in meetings, introducing yourself in English class, going on a date. Storytelling changes everything. Instead of saying, "Hi, I'm Raj, I'm from India, I love books." Say, "Hi, I'm Raj. When I was 10, I read my first English novel. I didn't understand half the words, but I couldn't stop reading. That's the day I fell in love with English." Now you're not just a person, you're a story, and people remember stories. Step 6. The power of pauses. Begin with this truth. Most people think fluency means never stopping. Talking fast, always filling every second with words. But the truth is the opposite. The best speakers in the world, the ones we listen to, respect, and remember, are not the ones who talk fast. They're the ones who pause. They stop. They breathe. They let their words land. They create space for the listener to feel the meaning. And this is where the real magic of English speaking begins. Why most learners don't use pauses. Because they're afraid. Afraid of silence. Afraid of forgetting. Afraid people will think they're not fluent. Afraid the pause means, "I'm weak." So they rush. And rush. And rush. But the faster you speak, the more your power disappears. Rushing creates panic. Pausing creates presence. What a pause really does: gives your listener time to understand, gives you time to think, shows you are in control, makes your sentence emotional and dramatic, makes simple English sound like powerful English. Let me show you. I disagree. No pause. Sounds flat. Versus I disagree. Pause. And here's why. Pause. The second one makes you stop and listen. That's the power of pause. How to use pauses the right way. Pause before you begin speaking. Before your first sentence. Pause. Just for 1 second. It shows confidence. Instead of jumping in with nervous energy, you show, "I'm calm, I'm ready. I speak with control." Pause after every sentence. Don't rush to the next point. Say your sentence. Then stop. Let it breathe. Let the meaning enter the listener's brain. Example. This is not just about English. Pause. This is about changing your voice forever. Pause. Each sentence becomes a moment. Pause after emotional words. If you're saying something powerful, give it space. Examples. I was scared. Pause. But I did it anyway. Pause. That moment changed everything. Pause. When you pause after emotion, the emotion goes deeper. This makes your English speaking feel authentic and human. Pause to create rhythm and power. Every speaker has a natural rhythm. Fast sentence. Slow sentence. Loud word. Soft word. Pause. Speak. It's like music. If you speak with no rhythm, no pause, it's noise. But if you speak with timing, flow, emotion, and silence, your English becomes a performance. Say the following 5 lines out loud, pausing after each one. I want to say something. Pause. Please listen. Pause. This matters to me. Pause. It may be simple. Pause. But it's true. Pause. Now say it again, but this time without pausing. You'll feel the difference. The second version feels rushed. The first one feels real, strong, unforgettable. Practice with different lines every day. Feel the power of stopping. It's not a mistake. It's a tool. When you give an interview, tell a story, or share your idea in a meeting or class, use pauses. It will give you time to think, calm your nerves, make you sound professional, make your sentences more emotional. Even if your vocabulary is basic, the pause makes it powerful. Step 7. Repeat key phrases. Begin with this truth. In English speaking, especially when trying to speak with impact, repetition is not a mistake, it's a superpower. The best speakers In TED Talks, movies, speeches, repeat, 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 because they know people forget information, but they remember emotion rhythm and repetition. Let me show you how to use it. Why repetition works. It helps the listener understand what matters. It builds rhythm. It creates drama. It makes your message stick at the brain. It makes simple English sound poetic. Like, this is not about grammar. It's not about vocabulary. It's not about perfect pronunciation. It's about presence. Or, I tried. I failed. I tried again. I failed again. But I never stopped. Do you feel it? That's energy, rhythm, fluency, and you don't need any advanced English to do it. Repeat a key word or phrase 2 to 3 times. When something is important, say it again. Examples. This is my dream, my dream, my dream. I don't give up, I don't give up. You matter, you matter, you matter. It's emotional, it's musical, it's sticky. Repeat with change. Start with the same phrase, but build it. I was scared. I was nervous. I was shaking. Or, this is your time, your moment, your chance. Each line adds more meaning. Repeat with a pause. This makes it dramatic. I want to tell you something. Pause. Something important. Pause. Something that might change your life. Pause. Each line grows in impact. Even beginner-level grammar becomes TED Talk-level emotion. Say these lines slowly, 3 times each. I believe in my voice. I believe in my voice. I believe in my voice. Then try. I failed. But I learned. I failed again. But I learned more. And I never stopped. Practice this every day. Record yourself. Listen back. You'll start sounding more fluent, natural, and emotionally strong. Real-life use. In presentations, interviews, or videos, you can use repetition to make people feel your message. Example. Why do I learn English? Because I care. Because I want to grow. Because I want to be heard. Short, clear, repeated phrases equals unforgettable English repeat key phrases. Repetition creates rhythm. Repetition adds emotion. Repetition makes people remember your message. Repeat important ideas 2 to 3 times. Use silence and variation for effect. Practice daily for real fluency. The world won't remember your big grammar, but it will remember your big emotions, and emotions come through repetition. So don't be afraid to say it again. If it matters, say it again, and again, and again, until they feel it, until you feel it. That's not a mistake, that's mastery. Let me say something from the heart. If you've listened to every step in this video, you've already done something 99% of people never do. You've chosen to change. You've chosen to improve. You've chosen to take your voice seriously. This wasn't just a fluency video. This was your voice awakening, your identity rising, your confidence being rebuilt, step by step. Now you know the truth. Fluent English is not about fancy grammar. It's about presence. It's about rhythm. It's about how you feel when you speak. You now have 10 tools that can change your life forever. So what's next? You practice. You show up, you speak, not for perfection, not for likes, not for grammar points. You speak. Because your voice matters. And every time you open your mouth, the world should feel it. So go. Speak slowly, speak clearly, speak with belief, and let your English become the language of your soul. Subscribe if this video helped you train with us. And never forget, you don't need perfect English. You need a voice that refuses to stay silent. Your journey is just beginning, and I'm proud of you. Let's speak, not just to talk, but to be heard.